Skin Recovery Pain Cream, because the first time I had a chance to present this with Liz, it was a couple of, maybe it was a month or a month and a half or so ago. And I was so fascinated with the way that this formulation came to be, and the results of the focus group that brought this about. Because when you think about Nakery Beauty, you're thinking about, you know, skincare and you know, those kinds of things. This is a skin recovery pain cream that temporarily helps to relieve arthritis, muscle strains, I'm reading because I want to make sure I get it right, sprains, bruises, simple backache from a cream. And Liz, we're going to come over to you because I know when you were listening to the ladies in the focus group, they were telling you stories that were kind of unbelievable, and they're saying you've got to come up with something that's going to address these issues, and you did.
Yes, and I would say out of all the Nakery products, this has definitely been the most rewarding product. And for those of you that are like, wait a second, I thought Tamara was doing a beauty show for 2 hours. Now they're talking about arthritis. But again, that's what Nakery is about. It's about listening to what products you want and what your issues are, and then working with my chemists and my scientists to say, okay, can we do something? Can we help them? Can we create something? Well, in fact, yes, in the focus group, so many women were saying, Liz, like, I can't even button my shirt. Patsy was saying, like, couldn't even open a jar in the kitchen. And she was home alone. Yeah. So then what do you do? Now, I know now you keep one in the kitchen, right, as backup. Absolutely. But it was those stories that I said, okay, we got to figure this out. So working with the FDA for 2 years, we actually, this is your first and only OTC without a prescription, wait for it, that's clean beauty. Wow. That actually works in a way and to come out and say, you know what, I'm going to help you with your arthritis pain, and then not deliver. That would be the most horrible thing that anybody could ever do. Mm-hmm. So to have something that my chemist was actually making for a very famous plastic surgeon who couldn't move his hands, and I would say he's in surgery 7 to 8 hours a day.
Wow.
Right, so it's not like he can take a break and then go put something on.
Yeah.
So it's a waterless formula. It goes to work quickly. Again, this is one of those products similar to the magnesium, but different, in a sense that you use it once, you get that relief. With this, if you have arthritis pain in your hands, if you have arthritis pain in your back, anywhere on your body, in fact, did you know? There's actually over 100 different kinds of arthritis. 1 in 3 of us has arthritis as we sit today, but when you hit 60, Tamara, it's 1 in 2.
Is that right?
Yes, and then here's what I love, is that so many of you, and thank you for all the letters, and when people write reviews about this product, it's not just, you know, a couple of sentences, love it, I feel better. No, it's a paragraph saying I was finally able to get out of the wheelchair, go on vacation, enjoy my life, because that's how powerful it is. It's clinically proven to treat the worst kind of pain, which is arthritis pain, so that if you have anything below that, know it's going to help you. And what I love, and again, thank you for all the beautiful, long, I read every single letter, but you know, a lot of our ladies out there were taking something orally. Nothing's wrong with that, but think about this. If you take something orally, you're kind of doing the whole body. But what if you just have the pain in your hands? Why would you see what I'm saying? So this is a targeted treatment, and how she was able to create this is that she took capsicum, and again, you'll read all these ingredients when you get it home. Wait, big news.
Yeah.
You didn't see?
What?
It's on auto ship.
Yes, it's on auto ship.
Today, right this second. Like all of you have been asking for the last year, please, Liz, we've never been able, I didn't want to disappoint that we couldn't deliver the auto ship, so right this second is the first time we've ever, it's like a breakthrough. Sorry, I digress for a hot second.
Well,
but
no.
It's a big deal. Because I know so many thousands of you have been saying, Liz, please get this on auto ship. Okay, so here's how she did it. She took capsicum, and if you're someone that has those sticks in your back pocket and then you put it on, it numbs a situation, and then you're putting it back on every 2 hours, this has capsicum that goes into the joints, helps with that inflammation using arnica, magnesium, plant stem cells, St. John's wort. It's a recipe that Nakery now owns. Yes, we share it with the plastic surgeon. We let him use it. No, just kidding. But we actually own the technology. It took us 2 years to go through the FDA, but know that it is the first and only OTC without a prescription. I keep one in the kitchen.
Wow.
Think of it as your first aid kit. I personally, at this second, although maybe I do in my hips, but don't have arthritis, but I still use it because I keep one in the kitchen. You never know, right? Somebody could have like hit their hand in the door, or you know, someone comes over and they can't open a jar, right?
Yes.
They can't button their shirt. Wait, Just you wait. There's a woman who you may have heard me talk about, who's a retired police officer who forgot her stuff that she keeps on her nightstand, and she was yelling, and her husband gave her this. She said, Liz, I've never gone back to the other stuff.
Wow.
I know.
And
so when I say the most rewarding product that Nakery has ever done, that's this.
Because when you have something that can stop you from just living your life, maybe it's like for me, you can see I'm putting it right here on my thumbs, right down here. I saw Patsy doing the same thing too, because my daughter turns 8 today. Happy birthday, baby.
Oh.
But from when I would pick her up when she was little, I was doing this motion so many times that it put a lot of strain right here. And now to this day, every now and then, it'll still ache right here on my thumb area. So I love that there's something that I can just rub on and then I go about my day. For you, it might be the simple backache. For you, it might be arthritis in like one certain area, or maybe it's in a generalized area. Now you have something that you can put on that is clean, that is created by a skincare brand that actually listen to the people who are going to use it. Look at these hands, neck, shoulders, back, knees, feet. We could go on. It could be toes, it could be fingers, it could be all of the things. And because we now have it on auto ship, you don't have to stock up and hoard it. You just get it on auto ship, and then every about 60 days or so, it's up to you how often you receive it, you'll have a new fresh one coming to you on sale. Love that it's on free shipping right now as well, but you have a chance to go ahead and pick yours up. And you can read reviews, but we're gonna take a listen to some testimonials, Liz, and we're gonna come right on back for more.
I used to never think twice about carrying groceries, but now the pain seems to follow me no matter what I do. It's frustrating, even when the simplest task feels impossible. I've lived with these aches for years, and it feels like nothing helps.
I've always loved gardening. It's my passion and my escape, but lately, if I spend too much time bent over pulling weeds or planting flowers, my pain is right there to remind me I'm not as young as I used to be.
I should feel lucky to wake up every day, but instead, all I feel is stiff and sore. It's like my body doesn't want to cooperate. By the time I finally get moving, half my day is gone.
Using the pain therapy cream has given me my life back. It targets the pain and helps me keep going.
It's like my body finally decides to wake up with me. I can stretch, I can move, and I don't have to spend my mornings in pain anymore.
I can finally live my life without the pain holding me back.
You know, I love when the woman you were just hearing, when she said, it's like my body finally decides to wake up after some time. If that's you, if you can really relate to that, then this is something that I want you to try. Even if you say you've tried everything. Yes, Tamara, yes, Liz, I've tried everything. I want you to go ahead and give this one a try. You always have your 30-day return policy. But if it is something that can make a difference in your everyday life, then truly, to your point, Liz, it is the most fulfilling product that you could possibly get.
Exactly. And, you know, if you are someone, or maybe it's someone you live with, maybe it's your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your child, or anyone that you live with, and they've ever experienced pain, whether, you know, there's a host here who's very active. She was in a wheelchair. I saw her coming down the hallway, and her in a wheelchair is like no-go. She's very hyper, very active, and her knee was swollen like a balloon because her dog knocked her over.
Oh, wow.
And she was going nuts because it's the kind of person that just can't sit still. So anyway, I had it in my purse. I gave her some. That night, she took a picture out of the wheelchair and she's like, Liz, I was trying this and that because it was such a balloon that she couldn't stand for that reason. And it wasn't painful, but it was just difficult to stand. Anyway, gone. Like gone. So to have something that is clean, that you're not, and you're getting a targeted treatment, right? So I'm not saying, and I'm not a medical doctor yet, I'm just kidding, but you know, I'm not saying taking something is wrong at all whatsoever, but when you take something, you're kind of putting it all over your body, right? This is clean beauty. It is OTC without a prescription, and you're getting it right to the source, right? So whether it's your back, whether it's your knees, whether it's your hips, whether it's your neck, whether you have tennis elbow, whether you have arthritis in the hands, and something is stopping you. I was just, while we were on the break, I was telling Tamara, there's a woman who has an issue, was on a European vacation, and she sent me a picture, thank you, Lottie, of holding this on the streets of Amsterdam because she was doing 13 countries in 3 weeks, and because of her issue, had she not packed this,
Yes.
she said I would have been on the cruise ship. I would have
Yes.
never been able to get off and walk at all.
Oh my gosh.
I know. When I say this is the most rewarding product from Nakery,
Yeah.
it's like those stories are just like, and the
Yes.
pictures and the thousands of people that it's helped is like the most rewarding product.
Because when you talk about that trip, that was probably a trip of a lifetime for her.
Yes.
You know, and if she had to miss it, even you could be so close yet so far. She's on the trip, but she can't really appreciate it and enjoy it. Maybe that's for you. If you're afraid to go somewhere because you think, well, what if my back starts to act up on me again and there's nothing that I can do? It is so beneficial. I will tell you, I wish I had had this when I was telling the story for spring break, this last spring break in March. My family and I were in Orlando, and we did every one of the amusement parks, all of them.
Oh gosh.
In 5 days. And on the last day, I could not move my foot. It was just, I had done too much walking. I didn't have this. I didn't have it with me.
What's wrong with you?
I know. And it was just, it was literally, it was agony. And then it finally started to loosen up. And hours later, I was finally able to kind of limp and hobble to the car. But those are the kind of issues that literally stop you in your tracks and stop your entire day and all of the plans that you've made. If you have something that you can reach for and you can put it on and you can go straight to the source of the issue or where the problem is, it just makes such a world of difference. And you can get it on auto ship, so use it. And when you have something on auto ship and you know that if I run out, it's okay because another one is on the way, then you're more likely to use it as often as your body tells you you need to. So go ahead and shop for yours. It's 092-913. You can get it on auto ship and still stock up if you want to. It's completely up to how you want to work it, but free shipping and a sale price also help matters as well. So enjoy yours. And it's your Skin Recovery Pain Cream. All right, I'm looking at the clock, Liz. I've got one eye on you, one eye on the clock, because we still have, oh gosh, we don't want to end the show